Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. And today I'm just gonna do an updated version of my how much it costs to publish an indie book. So I published my book Becoming Afua Osei in February 14th of this year, and it cost me, drum roll please. I'll tell you in the later at the end how much it costs, but not right now. But it cost me a lot of money because I decided to change my book cover and I forgot there's some other costs associated with it that I forgot to like include, but I am happy that I got to I realized that now and I'm going to update the whole thing. It is gonna be a lot. Don't think I have money now because I'm a struggling author trying to make it. So, without further ado, let's go on into the video. So, the book cover, the old book cover that I had cost $400. So, that was the cost. That cost was associated with only just the ebook cover version. It wasn't the wraparound because the wraparound I had to do it myself, which was a learning curve in itself. But then I decided this year that I didn't like the book cover because it didn't fit the theme of what I was going for. And it also, a lot of people wasn't buying it because of that. I felt like it was because of that. So I went and commissioned another artist to do my book cover, and she cost $364, and that was it. Flat. $364 flat. So I paid for that. And then I wanted to do a book cover art. So I commissioned her to do that cover art, and that cost $312. So that cover art plus that was like 600 and so dollars. So that was a lot, but I was really happy and appreciative that she was able to do the wraparound and she was able to do the book cover character art. So that was it. But then I commissioned, before I met this artist that I had commissioned for my book cover and another character art, I had commissioned a third artist to do my book cover art, and she cost $127.20. So that was the cost associated with that. Now we're gonna move on to the other stuff that costs, the other costs associated with publishing a book. And so yeah, let's move on. So Vellum is a software, like a book formatting software that you use to like format your book in ebook and also in hardcover or paperback. And the reason why it's very important because it makes the book polished and makes it look nice and the way you want it to. Especially if you're gonna publish a book, you want it to meet the standards of like the publishing house, like how the traditionally published books are normally formatted. So that costs $249.99. And keep in mind, this is only associated with Mac computers. You can't use it if you don't have a Mac computer. I heard that you can use like a Mac simulator and it will work on your PC, but I haven't tried that. I only have Mac products. So that was a cost, and that hurt me a little bit because I was like, at first I just did the ebook version, but then I was just like, nah, let me just do the paperback as well so it can look polished and nice. So then the next thing that I did was purchase ISBNs, and I purchased a 10 pack for $295. So that was a lot of money to me because it's like I was at the time, it was last year that when I purchased the ISBNs, and I was working at a different job and they weren't paying me enough, so that was a lot for me. And then a copyright, to copyright your book in the United States, it costs $65. And then moving on to the next cost was editing. I did developmental editing, I did copy and line editing, and I did proofreading, and they all cost $680, which was a very big chunk of my money. And I had to do it in installments to make sure that it was like right for me, like because I couldn't afford it all in one shot. Because when you're publishing a book, it costs a lot of money to like do other stuff, and you have to allocate your funds to different things. So then I went on Fiverr, but that was like a while ago, like a year ago. But prior to me publishing my book, I went on Fiverr and I did chapter headers. And those chapter headers for I think like roughly like I think 50 or so chapter headers was $46.21. And I really liked the way that the person did the chapter headers in a crown, and each chapter was like really nice and cute. So then the book title, I commissioned another person to do that, and they cost $25.11, and that was good. And then I also did once I got the books and it was formatted properly and everything was good and about the book, I did order two proof copies, and those two proof copies were $7.63 a piece. So it ended up being $15.26. So the cost associated with becoming a full say is a grand total of $2,579.77. And that was a lot of money to me because I've been working hard to add up all those money that I added up all those, like not add up all the money, but like to gather all the money to support myself to even pay for this book to be alive. But I can show you how the book costs. I mean, not the book costs, how the book looks. It looks like this, and I probably will show you the book in its full glory um probably in another video, or you probably will see it by then because I've been talking about this book for a very long time. But this book is basically a coming of age book about a girl named Afua Osei, and she's Ghanaian American, and she's very like studious and very over the top with overachieving things as she graduated from college. I mean, not college, graduated from high school at the top of her class. And like, she's always very studious and stuff and wants to be the best of the best. And then she finds out that later on in her freshman year, the same first semester, that she has been diagnosed with a mental illness and how she navigates that before and after. But the story, I try to make it lighthearted, so it's not really about all her challenges as being having a mental illness, but it's also enough that you understand where she's coming from and you understand more about what goes on with mental illness and stuff like that. So if you're really interested in buying or purchasing a copy, I'll leave the link below. And yeah, so if you're interested in helping me further my career so that I can publish more books, you're more than welcome to purchase on any platform that you're interested in. Because I published it on Apple, on Kobo, on Google Playbooks, on Barnes and Nobles, and on on Amazon. So if you like any of those websites or purchase books normally from any of those websites, you're more than welcome to purchase there. And if you wanna like support me in your local library, if you can't really afford to buy books, you can go to your local library, and I have my book on Hoopla and Overdrive, which is another place that you can get books from. I know that Overdrive is from Libby, so Libby also like helps you with getting books if you want to get them for free. So hopefully, if you're interested, please like help. So if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Also, comment down below. Did you think that my costs associated with publishing my book was a bit steep and high? I know it was steep and high, but hopefully at the subsequent books will be cheaper. So yeah, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're at it. And yeah, with that being said, bye.